Welcome back to Enlightened Trading. I'm your host Conrad, and today we have another look at the crypto market. So of course we're going to talk about Bitcoin and its recent rally actually. Also, we're going to quickly mention Ethereum and one very interesting chart I'm looking at currently for the Bitcoin price. And later on in this video, I'm going to dive into some data science on Bitcoin and look into Bitcoin, a very interesting website. So stay tuned until the end. Watch until the end. Make sure you like the video down below, you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and you leave a comment down below as well. So that's it, and let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see, we are looking here at the price of Bitcoin, and yes, I know I wasn't around for quite some time. I had some personal stuff going on, but that is a-okay, and we are back with some nice content. Okay, so here looking at Bitcoin on a daily time frame, and what we can see is that we are now actually trending very nicely in what I thought was likely. If we go to the 4-hour chart, then you can actually clearly see that I said I would look at for consolidation to the side before we can see a move upwards, and we actually got it on the day. I basically predicted Bitcoin to move into the 12K area today or tomorrow, and that actually happened. I mean, I only drew this hastily, but very interestingly it worked and very nice, so that is nice to see, of course. But I do think some hesitation and some caution is advised in this vicinity of 12K. We did not yet break towards or above 12K today. I do think it can happen. I would actually look out for a range between 12.30 and 12.75 to 78 dollars here for Bitcoin to actually get a rejection, and then, as I said, come back down possibly into the vicinity of $11,100, and maybe even really lining up with this trend line here on the bottom, and then possibly forming a very nice ascending triangle here with these three tops. This top then possibly connecting, and as well another rebound, and then finally a breakout above 12K, sending Bitcoin over 14K most likely. So this would be a very nice trading scenario for Bitcoin to be very bullish in the long and midterm. And as you can see, if I would extend this ascending triangle, then this would bring us approximately to 14.7K, so well above the prior level, and this would be also a very nice target to look out for, and of course looks or sounds rather promising for the price of Bitcoin to actually move there. So as I said, I would now look for some consolidation to the side. I'm just going to quickly remove some of these lines. Okay, and as you can see actually here, the TD sequential did give you a very nice entry here on the screen 4 above a green 3. It's not too nice since it, of course, it's on green 2 above green 1, but it's still rather okay. And then it actually gave you a 9 sell here on the MRI or TI sequential. And very nice that we are going to have some consolidation, and we actually got it very nicely. I did not sadly get in, just for a few bucks once again, but that is the price you got to pay sometimes for trading. And yeah, so we have a set of trend line here, as I said, around the 12K mark here, currently sitting at 12.30K for Bitcoin. And this is actually the target I am looking at for a rebound, and then as I said, a move most likely at least into the $11,001 range, because or maybe not at least, but I do think it's pretty likely that we move into this vicinity, because there's some strong horizontal support as well as some diagonal support. As you can see, this trend line is moving up very nicely into this vicinity, so maybe we can really get more boring price action and then move to the side as it come back down, and then find another higher low before then breaking here towards 14k and above. This would be the target I would look out for here for Bitcoin, of course. And as well, the weekly on the TD sequential is still looking pretty bullish. We are having a green 4. We still have quite some time to go before we get a 9 sell. And as you can see, if we actually close in this vicinity, this will be the second highest close in almost like 2 years approximately here for Bitcoin. So very bullish in my opinion, that we actually are closing possibly in this vicinity we are currently at. As I said, I do think a rebound is coming, so maybe we will not do so. Okay, so as I said, quickly taking a look at Ethereum. Interestingly, Ethereum does not look as bullish as Bitcoin does. We do have the possibility of higher highs forming here for now on the price of Ethereum, but as you can see, we do have some horizontal resistance coming up. I'm actually going to put this right here, and I'm going to delete this one. So we do have a very important resistance here coming in, sitting right at $395 here for Ethereum. We do have the possibility to actually find a higher low in the vicinity of 350 for Ethereum, which is right here. So if we go to the 4-hour chart, and as you can see, I would look out for this target right here. So we could possibly move actually lower into this vicinity before then finding another higher low, basically right at $353 for now, and then actually seeing a rebound similar to Bitcoin and moving again into the $400 range for Ethereum, finding maybe getting a higher low and then breaking significantly above for Ethereum, of course, or maybe not of course, but if I would compare Ethereum to Bitcoin, then we can actually see that if we go to the daily chart, for example, Ethereum does look much weaker than Bitcoin does, simply based on price action. As you can see, we are still far beyond, but like almost 20% or 20% of the recent swing. Oh no, my bad, even 32% currently of the last swing high. And if we go to Bitcoin, then of course, as you can see, we are much closer here for Bitcoin. If I just pull it up to the recent swing high, it's just 4%. So much more bullish here on Bitcoin, even if you integrate the bigger volatility and smaller market cap of Ethereum into your analysis, then still Bitcoin seems much more bullish, simply based on price action, that we're much closer to this target than we are on Ethereum. So this is a reason actually why I think Bitcoin will rise more compared to altcoins. And if we go to this chart I just mentioned earlier in this video, then you can clearly see that we are currently breaking a significant pattern here for Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin dominance chart, meaning that if this chart rises, then Bitcoin rises more than altcoins do. This is usually in bear markets, but it can also happen if Bitcoin is just simply more bullish than altcoins are. And this is actually currently the case. And if we go, and that's the reason why Ethereum, for example, looks much weaker. Lycon looks extremely weak. And yeah, some of these altcoins, similar, also XRP, for example, do look pretty weak compared to Bitcoin. So that is the reason why this Bitcoin dominance chart is actually rising. As you can see, we just broke above this ascending triangle here for the Bitcoin dominance chart, and this is actually very bullish. I do think we can rally into the vicinity of, wait a second, of around 64 to 63.7 right here in this vicinity, we can of course rally right into it. This could happen in a few days, and then we can finally see possibly again a break lower, if seeing a rebound, or just blasting through. Of course, this would mean that Bitcoin rises much more than altcoins do, and maybe we can just have the breakout to 14K in a few days, but I would not bet on it. So I would still watch out for this horizontal resistance area sitting at 62. I would expect at least a touch off this level. Maybe we can actually just break it significantly and still hold price. But what I would look out for is that we actually break this level of 62.2 on the dominance chart, see a breakout to 63 to 64%, and then actually if I just delete all of my ugly lines again wait a second. So, and if we can then actually break above, then we can possibly consolidate right in the vicinity between 62 and 64 before then finally seeing the breakout significantly to 68% here for the Bitcoin dominance chart. And this would be very bullish for the price of Bitcoin, of course. Okay, and just finally wrapping up this video with some data science. For example, looking once again at the stock to flow model. Very interesting. If you want to see what it is all about, then please read the description down below here on this chart. This website is lookintobitcoin.com. Very interesting to take a look. Okay, and as you can see, we are very nicely still in the trend as expected, and we are currently also below the average, the stock to flow 365-day average. So this is basically a 1 year average of price action. And as you can see, we are currently below the average, and the average is currently sitting at almost 20K, if not 20K. So very, very interesting to see that we are at least on the average here at all-time highs approximately. But I would not expect that we just rally to 20K in the next few days. But what I would expect is that, similar to what we had in early 2017 and late 2016, is that we trend below the average, and this would mean that we touch it a few times here, and as you can see, we almost wicked towards it, but just broke below just a few price actions above. But as you can see, we are now, as I said, below the average, and this would possibly mean that we can trend in a very healthy way, still staying below the average before then going parabolic into a range of $200,000 approximately. Yeah, this sounds quite a lot, but I do think it's pretty likely before then again seeing the hype fade away, similar to what happened in 2018 or early 2018. Okay, so yeah, I think that's it. Thank you very much for watching and watching until the end. Of course, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you like the video down below, and of course you leave a comment. Also make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, very important you do that. So that's it, and see you guys and girls and people back next time. Bye.